So it says right here in this NBC News article, it just kind of sums it up. You may be disappointed by the Mueller report. Yeah, you're going to be disappointed by the Mueller report. It turns out that the Senate Intelligence Committee, they've approached the end of its investigations. They have uncovered no direct evidence of a conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia. That's what we're seeing in the reports here, that there is no collusion that they've been able to find. They've conducted 200 different interviews, and they can't find anything. They say that this, it's not to say that there isn't stuff. It's just that maybe it wasn't illegal or, it wasn't, it was fishy, but it wasn't a slam dunk. So they don't have anything on Trump. And that's the Senate Intelligence Committee. The House Intelligence Committee still has to release their report, but I think it's going to be very much the same. And I think when Mueller finally wraps up his investigation, it's going to be, we saw what we saw, and it was Roger Stone was the end, and that's it. Everybody's going to be very, very disappointed. But this brings me to something else. What do you really want? What do you want, America? Because you got to be really, really, really careful what you wish for. And let me explain. So many people are hoping for Trump to be whisked out of office. They want him out of office, either impeached. They want to see him, they're hoping that there's collusion with Russia so that he goes to jail. Which is not going to happen. So maybe you can find an impeachable offense and he's whisked out of office, which he will not go to jail for. He'll be pardoned or whatever, and that'll be the end of that. And maybe you're hoping that in 2 more years the guy's going to be defeated, and you're going to get a Democrat in there, and maybe you're going to get your guy. You're going to get Cory Booker. You're going to get Kamala Harris, right? You're going to get somebody, Joe Biden, somebody else in there, and that anybody would be better than Trump, and you'll feel so happy, and your world is just going to be way better, right? That's what you're thinking. That's what you think. No, that's not what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen at all. In fact, everything will be worse. You have to be really, really careful what you wish for, because I'll tell you what, if Trump is impeached and removed out of office or if he loses, things are going to get ugly. Things are going to get really ugly. Do you really think that Trump is just going to disappear? He's just going to ride off into the sunset and he's going to go away and everything will be back to normal as if it were before Trump, and nobody will ever have to deal with him again, and he's no longer going to be causing all of the chaos that he causes? You really think that's what's going to happen? You really don't think that this guy is going to gain more power when he's out of office? That when he's completely unleashed and he has this huge audience and a huge loyal base of people, you don't think that the Republican Party is still going to be the party of Trump? Because it is. That's not going to change the minute this guy gets out of office. And you're delusional if you think that that's what's going to happen. You're delusional if you think that impeaching this guy or beating him is going to make things better. It isn't. It's going to make things worse. It's going to make things worse, a lot worse. They're going to be angry, and hell hath no fury like the GOP scorned. So when Trump is kicked out of office, like all of these people are wanting with this Russia investigation, or even if he just loses, that guy is going to still be on Twitter every day. That guy is going to be on Fox News every day. That guy might start his own cable news network where he gets to spew his propaganda to the millions of people who loyally follow him every single day. That guy is going to be unleashed and a lot more dangerous. And that guy will still have the GOP balls in his hands. And the reason is because he's still going to have the loyal following. Those people are still going to be Trump supporters, Trump loyalists. And whoever he endorses is whoever they're going to go for. That's what's going to happen. He's not going away. Things are only going to get worse. A lot worse. The world will not get better when that guy is out of office. The world will not get better. Hate crimes will go up. I can tell you that. If this guy is impeached or if he loses, hate crimes go up. Why? Because they're angry. Because they're angry, they're lashing out, they'll feel cheated, they'll feel like the Democrats are in and ruining their lives, and the world will get worse. And you are absolutely delusional if you cannot see that. It infuriates me. It infuriates me because it's just this blindness of oh, you know what, we're just going to get him out of office, and when he's gone, everything's going to be great, and we're all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and say, see, intersectionality and fighting against racism and bigotry wins all, and hope and peace and love saves the day. And that is just not what's going to happen. It's just not going to happen. He's going to be more powerful and angrier, and the base will be angrier, and they'll be more powerful. And what's worse is that when Trump continues to hold the GOP with his iron fist, because they bow down at everything he says, even when he's out of office, they will, because he'll have the power of the base and they'll want the voters. And so what are they going to do to get the voters? They're going to do whatever Trump wants. They're going to say whatever Trump said. And you think that Trump is going to have the decorum of all the other former presidents who did ride off into the sunset and kept their mouths shut? You think that's going to be Trump? Like, really? You think he's going to be the one who does what Obama does and pretty much remains mum, or does what Bush does and just goes and becomes an artist on his ranch in Texas? You think that's what Trump's going to do? You think he's just going to go to Mar-a-Lago and play golf? No, that's not what he's going to do. He'll do a lot of that, sure, but he's going to still do a lot of tweeting and a lot of media appearances, and he's going to do a lot of endorsing of politicians. He's going to do a lot of mouthing. He's going to do a lot of hating, and it's going to make things a lot worse because he now has power that he didn't have before the election. Before he became president, he didn't have that kind of power. He was just an annoying billionaire. That's who he was, but that's not who he's going to be. And this is a dangerous road to go down, this whole, Russia and impeach him. I hope to God he doesn't get impeached because the world will be worse. And you shouldn't hope for that because the world will be worse because they'll be angry. And when they're angry, I don't even want to see what that looks like. And I don't want to see what it looks like when Trump starts, chatting with his friends again, and his friends are giving him all kinds of ideas. The friends that we've been trying to keep out of the White House because we've called them out for who they are, and they're no longer now, like Steve Bannon can't be around the White House. But, when Trump's out of office, Trump can do anything he wants, and he can be around anybody he wants. And he can be infused with ideas from all of these people. And then he can tweet, and he can talk, and he can rile up the base again. And then the GOP will fold every time saying, oh, well, Trump says this, we've got to do what he says because, Trump is the leader because he's got the votes. And when we go against him, he turns the people against us. That will still happen. And it'll be worse. And then we're going to get a real ideologue in there. Nothing will change, and things will get worse. Especially, we get an establishment Democrat in there. We get our Kamala Harris or Cory Booker, and they're all like, oh, yay, kumbaya, hope wins out, being nice wins out, and yay, we win, and we're not going to make any change. We're just going to keep with the status quo because now we like this. We just don't have the racist in office anymore. And yay, this is good. And the people become more frustrated, and their backs are even further up the wall, against the wall financially. And they're feeling more desperate and angry, and they feel cheated. And the next person who's ushered in is an ideologue. An ideologue who Trump supports, and he says, this is my guy, and he goes out and he rallies because you think that's going to end? No, that's not going to end. He's still going to go out rallying. He's just going to be rallying for the candidates he likes. He's going to be going around doing that. And if you think, no, nobody's going to care about Trump, bullshit. People still care about who Obama wants to endorse. They still show up for that. And they're going to do it for Trump too, and he's going to do it even more. So, be really, really, really careful what you wish for, because you could be wishing for something much, much darker and much, much worse than you think. If you think Trump leaving office is just going to be the end of it, and you, oh, wow, thank God, breathe a sigh of relief, you are not thinking straight. That is not what is going to happen. Things are going to be worse. The only hope we have is to get somebody in office who's actually going to make real change, because happy people don't elect crazy ideologues. Never in the history of the world have we ever seen a group of happy, well cared for, loved people who love their country elect horrific leaders. We don't see that. The more desperate a group of people become, the worse the leader they elect. And that is what we see. And if we get another establishment Democrat in there, once we impeach Trump, get him out of office and throw somebody else in there who's better, and we get our happy ending, that is not a happy ending at all. That is not a happy ending at all. Because the people will be more desperate and they'll be angry, and Trump will be out there saying everything he wants to say, and people will be following him even more ferociously. And the next thing you know, we have an actual ideologue with worse ideas, who's actually dangerous, who has a vision and who's smart and who plays politics like a chess game. And that person is somebody we really, really have to watch out for. And that is our future. That is our future if we keep going down this road. Impeach him. Get rid of him. We're not thinking straight. We're not thinking straight. The best thing we can do is get somebody in office who's actually going to make change and who's actually going to be for the people, really, truly for the people, who's actually going to better people's lives so that they are happy, so that they don't feel financially strapped, so that they don't feel like they're drowning in student loan debt and car loan payments. You know, right now, we're seeing reports that this is the largest time ever in history that people are defaulting on their car loans. What is that telling you? Times are desperate. Times are desperate. And be really, 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 really careful what you wish for.